proud. One of the highlights of this administration poverty initiative could be seen practically in the FCT. The city is beginning to look like an urban city of the 21st century Africa. And one of the reasons why we are seeing this development is because of a personality, Mr. President, borrowed from our own party to come and give the best. Mr. President, you also recalled, you are also a product of our party, and you are doing very, very, very well. And that is what PDP is all about. We produce. And therefore,
yes, point of order.
And therefore,
point of order.
The infrastructure development.
Point of order.
The infrastructure development.
Senator Karimi. Point of order. Senator Ningi, what will be it? Point of order. Senator Karimi, very quickly. You see, Senator Karimi, you are now ruled out of order. Yes, Senator Ningi.
Mr. President, for all intent and purposes, we have seen the revolutionary infrastructure taking place. And all we need to do as the State House of Assembly of the FCT is to keep on tracking revenues and the utilization of those revenues. And then Senator Alero had also made mention, and Abiru, on the issues of extending these legacies to other areas of concern, particularly education and security. It is imperative by the time the FCT minister spent his 4 years here, I am sure this city will remember the very fundamental work that he has done. But however, I have not seen a very clear oversight of the FCT by this chamber, and we need to do it more. We need to encourage the minister more. We need to work with him. He needs to carry us along. We need to understand the perspective. But so far, he has done so well, excellently well, and we wish him good luck in whatever he's trying to do to achieve in the FCT. We are all part of this city, and I'm sure Nigerians will remember the very good 2 years he has spent. Over the last 8 years of APC from 2015 to 2023, we have not seen any development. But the man has come and has conquered. I so submit.
Well, let me join Senator, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, for his doggedness in developing the FCT. I believe strongly that the President has done well, just like Senator Ningi observed, that in the last 2 years of his administration, FCT has changed, and so it will need support. I don't, everybody that wants to speak will speak in that direction, because even the blind can see, because the potholes have disappeared from many of the roads in the FCT. So I thank you for your bipartisan approach to debate, because you made mention of the fact that even the Minister of FCT was or is from one of the factions of your party. So I don't know which faction is performing the magic, but we are impressed. So on that note, I think we have brought the discussion to a close. Senator Jiguta, if you want to make an observation, the leader of the Senate, Senator Jiguta, is the first senator to stand up and thank the leadership for appointing him chairman of a committee in this Senate. So he has made history. Others correct the chairmanship, put it inside their pocket and hide as if they are not, and disappear. But he stood publicly to thank the world that this August Assembly recognized him, and for that he's very grateful. And he went further to give us a status report of what is going on in the area councils in the FCT. That very soon we are going to be commissioning project, not just project, the particular schools, all in the satellite towns have facelifts and all that, which is a way to say that he supports this budget, that the budget is timely. Senator Jimikuta, thank you for your honesty. And please let other chairmen, when they want to stand up and talk, let them also thank this leadership for giving them the opportunity to be chairman. And then from there, even the chairman of appropriation has never stood up to thank us. And Senator Ume, I'm sure you can agree with me. So, okay, you have the floor to agree with me.
Have said that the Federal Capital Territory is wearing a very transformed outlook. The roads are beautiful, infrastructure has been upscaled in terms of delivery. I commend the FCT Minister for his work in the area council areas, because Abuja is not only the highways reply within the city. If you go to the suburbs, you will see that a lot of work is being done to open up those areas with roads and other necessary infrastructure. But with this opportunity I've given to me, Mr. President, I want to speak as a land economist, land resource economist. I'm an estate surveyor and valuer. I'm a fellow of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. I want to speak on something that has been worrying me, which is the high cost of land in the FCT. Lands have become so exorbitant. And last year, when we debated the bill, I pointed out that the only way we can bring high cost of land down is by opening up new areas. Abuja is planned in a concentric circle. From the center, we will develop outwards. There are so many layouts in Abuja that have been allocated to individuals, but infrastructures have not been provided those places. That is what is making the prices of land to be very high. For example, even Senator Obi, when he was Minister of the FCT, he handled the allocation of Maitama 2 and other areas. We have Gusape 2. We have other areas that are adjoining the major areas where the development started. It will be good in this budget. I've seen the infrastructural budget, 1.2 trillion. It will be good if the Minister of the FCT takes note of the urgent need to provide services, infrastructure services to the adjoining areas, Maitama 2, Gusape 2, and areas like that around the FCT. So that when the roads are provided in those areas and water and other infrastructure are laid, the prices of land will come down because more land will be available for people to build in the FCT. So I join my colleagues in commending the FCT Minister that he has been very transformational. His appointment is giving the desired result in terms of infrastructure delivery, because we live in Abuja here. We drive around, we enjoy the roads, very well laid out roads, well laid out schemes. But until we begin to make land cheaper and available to the residents, the high cost of land will continue to be a barrier to development here in the FCT. So I thank you very much, Mr. President, and I want to say that when we look at the budget breakdown, by the time it gets to the committees, we'll be able to seek those areas that are needing infrastructure, so that money should be put in those areas. Let those areas open up. Maitama 2. Asokoro extension and the Guzakbe extension, if we open them up with good roads, sewage, and water, land will become available. The idea where somebody will be selling a plot of land, 10 billion naira in Abuja, is atrocious. 10 billion naira for a small plot of land in Amaitama or Asokoro is misapplication of resources. So let's open more land and let the FCT minister continue with his aggressive development of the surrounding cities, Jukwe, Mararaba, Buhari, Wawalaba, all those areas. If you make them good, you can come to Abuja within 14 minutes, to the center within 14 minutes from those places. So the pressure on accommodation and everything will be reduced when these things are done. So I thank you very much. I've spoken as a land resource economist, and I believe Mr. Minister of the FCT will listen to this suggestion. Thank you very much.